It's early, and we're heading out on a Jeep ride. It's been almost a month since we've been out on a Jeep ride, a legitimate Jeep ride. So sorry for the delay, but we have had a lot of stuff happening. But today, we're going on an adventure. Stay tuned. Welcome to Richloam. Right off the bat, in Florida we have a keystone species. It's called the gopher tortoise. We call it a keystone species because it is a marker of a healthy environment. They dig burrows down in the sand, a lot like this one. And if you look down in there carefully, you can see that he's home. In these burrows, sometimes you can find the eastern indigo snake. It's one of the largest non-venomous species that we have in Florida. It is endangered and they're trying to repopulate it. But it is a beautifully large black snake and the chin is a brilliant orange. We're not going this alone today. So we have some other Jeepers that are with us. Fred's driving his Rubicon.
2014.
Greetings. How you doing?
Good.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Gavin.
Paul with grease on his face.
Wait, look over there. What's that? What's that? He came in looking all low down on the tires, and with the hit of a button, he got a 3.5-inch lift. And the Rivian goes, and now it's sitting up in there and all pretty.
She brought toys for us to have fun.
What happens when you take... You ready for me to get in trouble? What happens when you take women out on a trail ride?
We don't have fun.
That's right.
You probably wish you could be doing this.
What color do you want, Matthew?
She has orange. Would you like orange?
Oh, I could see somebody while we're riding down the trail sticking it out the window.
And me taking pictures of it.
Don't take life too seriously. If you don't relax and have some fun, then you can run around like you've been sucking on a sour persimmon if you want. But
I love it. Thank you.
welcome to Van Fleet Trailhead. If you bike, look this place up. Great place to ride. We're gonna stick to the dirt. Instead of 2, we're going by 4. We're gonna take center grade to the west and eventually make our way to the general store. I'm Matt.
I'm Randy.
Paul.
That's Bart.
Fred. Ron.
Wendy.
Cherry.
And Garvin.
Richloam can be known for a couple things. One is it's big. It's fairly flat, but there are a lot of little side trails. It's also known for being a place that's really wet. I've been stuck a few times in here, so maybe one of them will get stuck today. Who's it gonna be? Fred?
Fred.
Okay, comment below. Who do you think is gonna get stuck? Is it gonna be the blue Jeep, the gray Rubicon, the green Rubicon, the Rivian? Don't bet against the Rivian. Or Ron? It's gonna be you. Well, let's get the show on the road. It is the beginning of September. We're kind of out of tick season, but if you're going to be walking anywhere in Florida, you want to make sure that you have plenty of bug spray on, and that's because there's ticks. But there's also a lot of hitchhikers, and I'm looking at these hitchhiker plants that are just going to put junk all over my pants, like that. But I want to show you this tree, because this is one cool oak tree. Underneath all the roots and everything that are in here, you can see little burrows. But that is one of the coolest trees that is out here. Turkey. So, state of the trails. Part 1. Center Grade Road has been elevated and packed with a really good solid layer of lime rock. So all of the mud holes that used to be on this are gone. But there are plenty of little side roads that go off of the main trails. Some of them just go to a dead end. Other ones go to different portions. There's more than one track out here. So currently we are south of Highway 50 and we are on the eastern side of the highway that runs through the middle. Looks like they've been doing a little forestry work over there.
I'm glad that was okay.
There's plenty of trails to see out here, a lot of wildlife. You should see, depending on what time of day it is, deer, turkey, snakes, gopher, tortoises. You might be fortunate enough to see some other species out here. Green Swamp, which is just to our south, is one of the places in Florida where they have spotted something that we call skunk ape. It's kind of our southern version of Bigfoot. There's some people that have pictures of that, but skunk ape has a very distinct smell. So if you catch a whiff of something that smells kind of like a skunk, it could be skunk ape, or it could just be the person you're riding with.
I'm wearing my skunk ape shirt today in commemoration of an animal I have not yet seen.
That was a little taste of what a lot of the smaller roads that aren't center grade or north grade roads are like. So there's a lot of places that you're going to have to engage your four-wheel drive or you might get stuck. Your cell phone connection is not always that good, so getting stranded out here may cause you to have to walk. With over 58,000 acres just in the north half, you might have quite a long walk. You see plenty of little cool trails off to the side, and the ones that you can drive on are on Avenza maps. That's going to show you where you can drive and where you can't. Just because it's a little trail doesn't mean that it's something that you're supposed to be driving on. A couple lived out here and they had a little homestead. There's several homesteads that were out here in the area of Green Swamp. And during the Great Depression, they pulled their money out of the bank. If I remember correctly, it could have been an estimate of about $30,000. And their grandson found out that they pulled the money out. So he and his friend hiked all the way up to where his grandparents lived. And with axes, they murdered his grandparents to steal the money.
More turkeys.
The problem was it's so far out in the middle of nowhere that nobody knew. They were caught and they went to jail, but somebody came looking for a horse that they had borrowed and did not return after a couple weeks, and when they came up to the cabin, it was covered in turkey vultures. So to this day, that cabin still stands. It's very small, has a cypress stump in it. There's a video that we have on the one time that we were able to get out here in a Jeep and see it, but it's validated by right behind the cabin is a very small graveyard with a plaque explaining the entire event and how it took place. During hunting season, there is a lot of hunters parked out here in this area. Unfortunately, this one does not have any restrooms. Anywhere I pulled off the road on this loop, under the right circumstances, I have sunk pretty quick. So we could end up with a recovery out here.
You've all made it right.
It looks like raccoon's been walking through here with that big handprint. Now we're gonna pull a prank here. Wow, did you guys see that gator? Man, that must have been 12 foot. That's crazy. Hold on. I'm gonna stop and let it get out of the road. Back up, it's coming toward us. It must have something it's trying to get to. Back up, back up. Hold on. It's, it's hissing. Give it its room, let it go on by.
Or you'll be the gator bait.
Do you see that?
Wait a second. No, get out.
Here.
No, hold on to it. Get on out.
Just made it.
What happened? Hey,
The
what
mud
happened?
attacked me.
The mud attacked you.
Yes.
So we were driving through that hole over there and the tires spun while she had the camera out. She got soaked in mud as well as the camera. That fun. We have found a little bit of mud out here. Now, some of the stuff you can see, it's kind of dry. Sometimes it can be 3 feet deep. 2 feet deep is common, but it's Richloam. So if you're gonna go down some of these little side roads, which are on the Venza map, make sure that you have somebody with you. We're running 33-inch Nitto Ridge grapplers, and we're locked, back lockers on, but we got another water hole ahead here, and Randy's driving. So this is common out here. I've got maybe 60 feet of water. Sometimes it's deeper over there, but if you try a bypass, you can find very soft soil. So generally I cut along the edge, and let's go ahead and try it. So those are 33-inch tires. Not too deep, not too mucky.
We met up again.
You're muddy.
Just a little bit.
Well, that little north loop is for the more adventurous. We've been getting a lot of rain, so I'm pretty surprised that it wasn't deeper in a lot of those places. Some of the places catch you off guard because it's a shorter, smaller hole, but it's deeper than you expect. And some places when you're going through the grass, you might lose a little traction. So at your own discretion. That brings a little bit more adventure into an otherwise very stock road, like what we're riding on right now.
Let me say something too. If you like having your doors off, don't do a trail like that. Because with our half doors, I got mud really good.
And there's no window and there's no top as well.
You have grass. Fred's coming out to help.
But anyway, so
I was just sending you a picture to ask if it was a problem.
yeah, I would not want to do this with no doors on.
Hey, just an FYI, I actually had a Jeep catch on fire on one of my trail rides. It picked up, we all picked up a lot of pine needles, and after a certain distance, everything dried, and then the exhaust caught the pine needles on fire. We were able to get under it and pull the pine needles out from under it and stop the fire.
Especially in dry season, you gotta be really careful with that kind of stuff.
A lot more raccoons. Then off to the side of the puddle is that. And that is a deer. Coming through here. Stepped there. Stepped down there. Right there and there. Probably went around the corner. So if you take the time to stop and look around, you never know what you're going to see. The Rivian got probably a piece of debris or a rock inside the brake pad where those little holes are, and the rotor, and it was making a terrible sound when he hit the brakes. Well, you knew it was inevitable. It was going to happen out here, that's for sure. A lot of times I tell people, don't tailgate me too much, because there comes a point when a snake is crossing the road, and I do tend to hit the brakes pretty hard to be able to jump out and film it before it gets away. But on occasion, I do the same thing. And this time, I found a pile of poo piled up on the road, and you know what that means. It's time for What Kind of Scat Is That with Matt. So let's put an ID on this hairy fecal matter that's laying in the side of the road.
Yeah, I would definitely call that coyote.
I would say, judging by all the hair that's in here, that would definitely be a coyote. They like rabbits and small animals, and so rats, and their poo usually has particles of hair. What's odd is that as it gets old, it turns into like a stringy glob of cotton. And you'll pick it off something saying, what is this weird stuff? Until it dawns on you that what you're playing with is old coyote poo.
It also tastes funny.
What?
It also tastes funny.
Why do you say that? Is there, why would you make that statement?
You never know.
Well,
I'm not going to admit to it.
you know, sometimes
Coyotes.
oh, there's flies, so it's fairly, it's
Dry.
it's fairly dry.
Coyotes and bears also like to poop on a trail. And if you go out west and you have the boulders, the coyote will jump up on the boulder and poop on top of the boulder.
So coyotes like to poop in the open.
They will poop
Would
on
you
a-
like to take a smell of that? Does anybody else want to? Does anybody else want to? Look,
lick your finger when you're
here.
done.
Just do me a favor and take a whiff and tell me what you can ID.
There's a trick coming, I know.
No, I'll hand it to you if you want to hold it, but I promise,
hold it.
I promise you, I won't smash it into your nose.
I don't really smell it.
Here's
You do?
Here's an Easter egg right here.
Okay, it's got a very distinct odor. We have coyotes at work, and when the coyote poo is around, you can smell it because it is rather rank. But I know What Kind of Scat Is That with Matt, but we're learning to ID coyote poo. And coyotes are in Richloam. Little trail that runs along the side of the Little Withlacoochee that I have taken in the past is no longer on the Venza map, and the trail started off.
First road on the left is called Bad Hole Road, if that tells you anything.
We're not taking Bad Hole Road. So, we went down a little bit further south and are taking another road that's going to bring us around to the Richloam General Store. If you've never been to the Richloam General Store, it is a cool little place. And it has so many neat things in there. Some really retro sodas, bull peanuts, and a variety of very old school items, even toys. It's been family owned for years, so it's definitely worth visiting. And we're going there next, but first we've got some more trail ride to do.
I'll take any sign of fall I can get. That makes sense. That's okay.
Oh, you're dressed
Yep, we were
period correct now.
Yes.
Where are we at?
1928 General Store.
1928. Coming up on 100 years.
Yes, we are.
What a celebration that would be.
Yes.
And there's a lot of stuff in here that you'd want to find. All right, welcome to the Richloam General Store. Look what I found. Blueberry, oh, wait a second. Raspberry jalapeno jam. I think I found something we're gonna have to check out. Old school toys. Horns. All right, for my sister. Yep, a slide whistle. Dried banana. Watermelon rind. Smile. McFuddy. Dads. This is what is this?
It's a spricker. It's a root beer made with honey.
And is it German? So that's what Spricker? Ich haben Sie das. It's called. But you know it's old school when you gotta do this. And let me tell you something about that container, that right there. That is one of the original
It's the original
opener from this store.
Yep.
So if you're riding Richloam, you need to come up to the Richloam General Store and spend some money. It goes to the local economy. Get you some ice cream, get you some fudge, get you a can of some kind of jam, and help. Oh, I see that. See, Randy keeps finding things, but we're heading out now. You got stuff. What'd you get?
Honey jams.
Honey jams?
The honey is from their own
Local honey.
hives right behind the store.
Wow.
That honey is done right down the road here, about 2 blocks
Okay.
down.
And what is that?
Southern
About
blend
as local as you
jam.
can get.
We have a gator jam.
He's stuck. He's on the axle.